Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking on how you can buy your first shares. So based on the videos that is linked here, where I did how you can continue to make monthly income from companies that pay dividends, most people requested on how can they buy their first share. So this video is basically taking you step by step how you can buy your first share, starting from when you open your brokerage account. And I hope you will gain something from this video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel because it helps the channel to grow. So today, like I said, we're looking at how can you buy your very first shares, and it's going to be step-by-step guide, like a elementary school child will be able to understand what I'm going to be teaching today. And I'll try to make the video as short as possible. So let's dive in. So when you want to buy your shares, you need to consider so many things, like what company do you want to buy with, what type of accounts would you be using, what brokerage app would you be using to buy the shares. And I've suggested some brokerage app based on the country you might be in. Like these are the type of brokerage accounts for different types of country. So if you're in Canada, you can either go with Wealthsimple, you can use Questrade, or you can decide to use TD Trade. Then if you're in the USA, you can use Robinhood, there's Vanguard, and there's Vestwise. If you're in the UK, you can use Trading 212. And if you're in Nigeria, you can use Bamboo, RiceVest, or Cable. So these are the different types of brokerage accounts that you can use for your investing. So when you talk about brokerage accounts, it is different from your normal banking account. Your banking account can be like savings account, a checking account. In brokerage account, it is strictly for you to be able to invest in the stock market. So you're going to be buying these shares from the stock market. You're not buying it from your bank. You're buying it from the stock market. And for you to be able to buy from the stock market, you need a brokerage account. So today I'll be demoing with Wealthsimple because I'm in Canada. And I love Wealthsimple because it is easy to use. So if you've chosen your brokerage that you want to use, the brokerage account you want to use, this is Wealthsimple. Like I said, you need to sign up. So when you're signing up, it asks you several questions. So if you're in Canada and you want to try Wealthsimple, you can use my referral code. When you use this referral code, you get $25 as a signing up bonus, and I also get $25. So you can even start investing with that $25 when you get it. So it doesn't stop you from investing. Maybe you can just add $10 to it and buy your very first shares. That means, but this is the referral code. You can just put this when you want to use Wealthsimple. Now, so when you go to the app, you're going to sign up. It's going to ask you a series of questions, like maybe what is your SIN number, what is your tax identification number, where do you live? Asks you a lot of questions. Don't be scared to put it in, because these are the ways in which we're able to track you. You know, dividend is taxable, right? So that is why they need to get all this information, and to be sure that they're actually dealing with somebody that is not a fraudster, somebody that does not want to launder money, right? So that is the reason they're asking for these questions. And this one, choose the type of accounts you would like to use. It is very important to know the type of accounts you want to use. In different countries, there are different types of accounts. In Canada, for instance, we have TFSA, tax-free savings account. So if you want to invest, I advise you use tax-free savings account if you still have the limit. So you must know your limit. Log into your CRA account. It tells you what your limit is. So the reason why you're using tax-free savings account if you're in Canada is because any dividends you get, it is not taxable. So if you put $10 in the market and you get $2 in return, if you use a TFSA account, that $2 is not taxable. But if you use, let's say, the regular investment account, that $2 is taxable. So make sure you've exhausted your room for your TFSA before you start moving over to other type of investment accounts. And if you want to use the RRSP, I do not mention RRSP here because RRSP is basically saving towards retirement, right? Except you've not bought your first home and you think, okay, you want to borrow from your RRSP to buy your first home. then it might be a good option. But because this is an investment that we can easily liquidate, maybe you're using it for maybe 3 years plan, 5 years plan, then it's good to use your TFSA. Then for USA, you can use your Roth IRA. For UK, you can use ISA. For Nigeria, there's no, use any account that suits you. Then you're going to link your bank account to your brokerage account. Your bank account right now is maybe your checking account, your savings account with your bank. You're going to be linking it to your brokerage account. And finally, you're going to move funds from your bank account into your brokerage account. Don't worry, your fund is safe. Now, what is the next thing for you to do? Once you have your fund in your brokerage account, it doesn't matter. You can even start with $10. Just give it a try, right? Once you have your fund in your brokerage account, you're going to look for the search option and you're going to put the shares you want to buy, the name of the company you want to buy their shares. So let's take realty income, for instance. You're going to put realty income in that search button, or you use the ticket symbol. Ticket symbol, if you put it on Google, that okay, this is the company you're looking for, it gives you the ticket symbol. You can use the ticket symbol or you can use the name to search. So once you search, you need to do your due diligence. This is where knowledge about the market comes in. You don't just buy shares because somebody on the internet or because I say go ahead and buy. You need to do your due diligence. And these are some of the things you're going to see. You're going to see the market details, like what's the price, open price today. That's the price. Open means what is the price today. I mean, what is the highest value it's gone in the last 52 weeks. Bid means what are people willing to buy it, like this bid. What are people willing to buy these shares for? Low means that is the lowest value it has gone within the day, sorry, not 52 weeks, within the day. 52 weeks low means what is the lowest value it's gone for the last 52 weeks. Ask mean what is the order of the share willing to sell. Bid means people, that is what the price at which people are willing to buy. Ask means that is the price at which the person currently holding that shares is willing to sell. And this is the last sale. This is the value at which the last shares was sold. What exchange means what stock exchange is it listed on. Like this is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So if it's Canadian Stock Exchange, it's going to stay there as well. Then you need to look at, most importantly, if you're buying a dividend share, you need to look at the dividend yield, because this is the interest you're going to be getting, right? So this is 5.6%. So that means if you buy this share today, the rate is going to be 5.6% per annum. Now, the next thing is, after you've reviewed the market analysis, you're going to click on the buy option. So when you click on the buy option, most of the apps will ask you, do you want to buy a stock or do you want to buy an option? So you're going to be buying a stock. Option is quite different. I'm not talking about option in this video. You're going to be buying a stock. You're going to enter the number of shares you would like to buy. So when you enter the number of shares or the amount you have that you want to buy, if the amount is less than the price of a share, so you can see that this share right now is $57. So let's say I have just $25 to buy this same share. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the amount, which is 25. I'm going to put my $25 in that place that says amount. And this app will automatically convert it and tell me, okay, you can buy a fraction of the share, which means I'm not going to be holding up to one of that shares. So that way I'm able to start. You will still get your dividend paid to you. Now, once you're done with that, it will be filled in the markets. Market is always between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be filled. So if you buy during the day, maybe between 8 and 4, it gets filled immediately. But if you're buying maybe in the evening, it gets filled the following market day, which means get filled means that it's going to buy the shares and notify you that, okay, you now have 1 shares of Walmart, 1 shares of realty income, right? Now, the next thing you're doing is you have the option of doing automatic reinvestment. Automatic reinvestment means whenever the dividend is paid to you, you want the app to automatically reinvest the amount you've gotten in dividend. So the only thing you just get is a notification that says, oh, so amount has been paid into your dividend account, into your brokerage account, and automatically the app would buy that share again, buy some more shares for you in the market. Or you can decide to withdraw your dividend. So if you want to withdraw your dividend, you can just, it will be paid straight into your account. And you can also do a pre-authorized debit from your account. This is what I advise most of my clients. Do a pre-authorized debit from your account. Maybe every week you can say a pre-authorized debit of $20 or $50 or $1,000, so that when you want a pre-authorized debit, it takes the money automatically from your account, moves it to your brokerage account, and buys shares for you in the market. Now, in conclusion, I believe you must have learned something. With this, you're able to buy your first share. That is the simple truth. You're able to buy your very first share with this. Now, if you want to take it further, I have a program launching soon. It's called the Diaspora Investor. It is built basically for Africans in the diaspora that want to start investing in dividends paying shares. We want to start building cash flow. We don't want the system to be rigged against us. We want to start building our future. We want to start getting that rental income come to us. And all I'm teaching in this program is how to invest in dividend paying shares. I currently have a waiting list because the program will be launching very, very soon. So I have a VIP waiting list right now. The link will be in the description in this video. So feel free to join. It is free to join the waiting list. And once you join the waiting list, you also get an ebook that tells you more about dividend investing, right? And if you want a one-on-one session, maybe I don't want to wait for your program. I want to start right now because I don't want to procrastinate. Or you just feel you don't want a group program, you want to join my one-on-one session, the link will also be in the description. Make sure you book my one-on-one session. And I want to bet it with you that you're going to gain something. And finally, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to this channel. It helps the channel to grow. And I hope you've learned something in this video. What would you want me to talk about on my next video? Like I said, this video was born based on popular demand, people asking, oh, you didn't mention how we're supposed to invest, how we're supposed to buy the very first share. And I also linked that video where I told you 4 shares that you can buy and they will continue to pay you monthly income. I'll also link it in this video. Make sure you watch it if you've not watched it before. Till I come your way next time, make sure you remain blessed, stay blessed, and bye.